really picking up a lot of steam and a lot of momentum. There's a lot of passion for basketball in China, true passion. You know what I mean? Like, you know, love for the game. And when you have the love for the game, the passion, when you have the willingness to do the work, you can have some pretty explosive results. Basketball's truly become a global game, so other countries abroad, from Argentina to Spain to Greece, they've all picked up the game of basketball and are doing an incredible job with it. And now it's China's turn to kind of fall in line with that movement and start putting out some really, really great basketball players. Now the game's starting to go back to the basics, footwork, fundamentals, thinking the game and that sort of thing. And I think that's key, and especially for our younger generation coming up. They have to be able to think the game and not only just run and jump high. I've been playing the game mentally since I was a kid, just because that's the way my father raised me how to play. He always taught me to think the game and just don't go out there and just run up and down and dribble and shoot. You have to be able to think and know what you're doing and know what you're trying to get accomplished. Some players play the game because they have the physical talent to play, or they have the size to play. So it's almost like they kind of fell into playing the game. I feel bad for players who have that, because I play because I just love to play. It's a passion of mine. And, when you love it, that's when you really can put your all into it, because you're not going to shortchange it, or you're not going to take shortcuts, because you just love what you do. Consistency comes from training. That's the more you do it, the more consistent you get. You see a lot of players who shoot the ball so erratically. One night they'll be hot, next night they'll be cold. One night they'll be hot, next night they'll be cold. It's just because I believe they don't put in the work consistently in the off season, so that their shot is consistent.
Use that left. Oh, snap, drop. Use that left. Move them up. Move them up. There you go. There you go.
If you consistently train, you'll get consistent results. You might have a couple nights where you shoot bad, but you'll, always get back to what you normally shoot. How you shoot in the off season. It's just a matter of preparation and repetition.
Where did you learn that?
I learned that just by observation from my own experience. When you put in the work on a consistent basis in the off season, your shot's going to be there all the time. It's not a fluke. It's not something where you're just hot. You just pretty much stay warm all the time. Then you'll have nights where you just get blazing hot, but you'll always stay at least lukewarm. You never go cold. Different conditioning programs, for example. Some like to do long distance, some like to do short distance. I prefer shorter distances, shorter spurts, weight training programs, different moves, whether it's ball handling moves or a crossover move. Some guys like the crossover with a kind of a long crossover move, which is one of the ones that I prefer, or I used to prefer. Now that I'm older, I actually like to keep it more compact and tighter to me. If you keep it more compact, you're able to use your size and use your strength more to body your guys off of you a little bit. And plus, it's a little quicker. When I was young, I was so long and lanky that I could use that to my advantage. Now I like to use my body a lot more. You will have times particularly when you're running, that your muscles will just hurt. They just hurt, man. You feel like you're gonna cramp up, or you're just thinking, what if I just stop right now? Like, if my legs just stop running right now and I just quit. What does it feel like to just be a quitter? What would that emotion be? Because I've never done it. It's always a work in progress. It's always about getting better. It's always about, that's what life is. You don't quit something. You just continue to work at it.
Yeah. You ever stop?
Stop working? I'll do that when I'm in a casket years from now, hopefully. Mental toughness really is, it's all about not getting too high or getting too low, but just kind of staying pretty even keel. That's kind of the trick to it, is not to get too emotionally attached to the situation.
Come on, don't be short.
I mean, it's one thing to be excited, but there's certain emotions you gotta watch out for, like overlooking plays or getting frustrated because you missed a shot or had a bad turnover, and kind of letting that kind of linger. Now I think it's a point where I can identify it pretty quickly. So if something's frustrating me, I can always not react to it. I can always get right back to the pocket that I need to be in pretty quickly. I do my shots, but when I'm with the team, I'll incorporate my teammates too, and we'll all shoot together. Because it's pointless for me to just continue to get better while they don't. It's a team effort. So when I'm doing extra work or extra shooting, I bring my teammates in and we'll shoot together and get better together. Individually, you have to bring to the table enough to help your team be better. You see, so when everybody's off in the off season and everybody's training, you come back as a unit and individually you're all better so that the group can be better. So, during the season when you're training, you're doing extra work, you incorporate your teammates, you guys train together, you take out your shots together, you study the game together, and, because as a group, as one, is how you have to elevate and how you have to, that's the only way that you can win. Every shot is going to be, different. I don't believe in shooting it one way every single time because unless you're at the free throw. The free throw line, I believe every shot, every stroke should be the same. But when you're out here playing, every shot should be different because a defender might be sitting right here and he'll prohibit you from shooting the way that you normally shoot it. So if you're accustomed to shooting, every shot has to be this way, then you're going to miss it because now it takes you out of your element. But if you can shoot a shot here, if you shoot a shot here, if you shoot it here, if you shoot it back here, then you're never not comfortable. Like if you're shooting and I'm right here on you, you might have to